Hello and welcome everybody into some Wednesday night racing action as the Vigilante Racing League returns to where all the anger and hatred stems from. We're here at the Tricky Triangle, Pocono, where our own broadcasters have their own horror stories of this diabolical track here tonight. Well, these Vigilante racers are going to have to make up their own minds of what they think about this place as we get on up to speed and try to get everybody down in there into the action. So let's go ahead and start everybody on off and buckled on in as we launch it with the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And welcome back. As always, we have to say a huge thank you to the proud race sponsors here over at the VRL, which are Blue Fox Properties, Dave Mayberry. Give them a call at 520-850-4189 if you're looking to buy or sell your house in that Tucson, Arizona area or anywhere across the country. Let him and his 18 years of experience help you on out, getting you into that home of your dreams. Because, man, this housing market just keeps getting crazier and crazier. Be sure to get yourself a good quality realtor today. And, of course, as always, the official travel provider of AAA Broadcasting and the VRL, GC Cruise Travel. Be sure to get in contact there with Greg Klein to plan your next vacation. You can either call him at 918-906-5616 or get in contact them over on the Facebooks or via email. Let your dream vacation become a reality. As always, I am Alan Brown, and I am joined by two of my best friends, even though I question that at sometimes. One of which, the brewmaster in general, Mr. Alan English, joining me here tonight in the booth. English, we return to the Tricky Triangle, which is Pocono. And man, I know it's going to get mentioned time and time again about turn 2 and all this, that, and the other thing. But here tonight, just watching from the practice runs, I think we're going to have ourselves a pretty competitive race here.
Why would we mention turn 2? I mean, what's great about the tunnel turn? I mean, that's the easiest turn to make on this place. I mean, even if somebody's above you or below you, I mean, you should be able to negotiate that turn without getting in a wreck. I mean, I've done it multiple times, so I understand what the big deal is. But yeah, this is an awesome track. The Triangle, the 2.5 mile triangle. This is one of those tracks where you can pit under green and still come out and be on the lead and still be on the same lap. So delta times are crazy long here. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. All three turns completely different here. The most similar ones, of course, 1 and 3, but completely different banking, completely different radius. So It's a strange one for sure. It's one of my favorites to watch, not one of my favorites to race. Out of all the turns, my favorite turn 3.
Oh,
Turn.
see that I agree with. I love turn number 3. Turn number 3 is a great turn.
Pushing it as hard as you can on the inside, right on the yellow line, and then sliding up to the wall, and just when you nail that, it feels like nothing else. I love turn 3.
That indeed, but talk about getting nailed. Mr. Adam Turner, our anger management specialist, here himself, where all the anger, the hatred, and the rage all stems from this track here. And Adam, it's did my iRacing crash on me?
It looks like you're lost connection to the packet loss.
That indeed is what it looks like. So as I'm going through and restarting this, go ahead and just tell everyone your thoughts here on what you think about the old Pocono.
Well, I got into iRacing thinking it was going to be just a friendly, fun event. Then I met a group of people that I raced with a bunch, and both of them are sitting here with me. And really, the most ruthless thing that ever happened to me was when I was really having a good run at Pocono. And my teammate, we had matching cars. Mine was red, Lone Star Light.
Mine was red. Yours was blue.
Yeah, mine was blue. Yours, I only remember the red because you traded red paint onto my blue Lone Star Light. And yours was red Lone Star car. Hit me right there in turn 2. I was having a perfect run. He did not. He overshot it. He ran out of talent. Ran out of talent there in turn 2, and that's going to happen tonight. You're going to see people run out of talent in turn 2. Going in and exiting turn 2 is difficult. That's a very, very difficult turn. We will talk about it ad nauseum, I'm sure. But English did create a lot of this anger that's built up inside me for those reasons. Yeah, ruined both. We were on a team, ruined the whole team. You know.
I know.
Well, so here, let's do some math. There's 3 turns here, but if you do it like regular, NASCAR tracks, why aren't they considered 6 turns?
That's a dumb question.
No, I think it's the same question as, why is that dumb?
Because you're being dumb. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. There's 3 turns. It's a triangle.
There's 4 turns in NASCAR, but they're really just one big turn on each end. There's only one big turn on each end of a NASCAR. Let's say Texas. Listen, I don't care about what you're trying to tell me right now, but I'm going to give you the rules. 1 fast repair, 80% fuel, 4 sets of tires, 13 incident points. You'll get a penalty. 6 incident points. You'll get another penalty. There's no disqualification night. It's pretty warm, 91 on the track. Brown, you're going to have to referee this thing tonight.
I will, but I don't have a referee whistle or a ringside bell or anything, so I can't call each round, so I'll just have to, do it the old-fashioned way by telling y'all to shut up. Meanwhile, down here on the racetrack, beautiful weather. In the Pocono Mountains here of Pennsylvania. And it's looking like it's going to be a fantastic day, bringing us down to tonight's key to the race. And yeah, it's all about turn number 2, but it's not what you think regarding, the incident, the infamous incident that happened here. I'm more talking about just racing-wise. Turn number 2 can really make or break your lap, because you either carry a ton of speed through there, get down into 3 really quickly, or you push up the track into the outside wall, maybe into somebody else. But you could really slow yourself down with a poor turn number 2.
It's how much you lift and how hard you drive it right to left down towards that inside line. I mean, you really can gain some time there if you time it right, and if you're comfortable with how your truck is handling. One person that really knows how to run around here is the 84 of Josh Bittner, Peyton McGowan, reminding us of that. Josh Bittner, this is his favorite track, and he's one of those guys that we're gonna have to watch the 84 here tonight.
Well, it's his home track, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, he's a Pennsylvania man, and He runs well here. He actually sponsored a car here in the ARCA series with his
cool.
TrackDogsRacing.com.
TrackDogsRacing.com.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, well, what I found too would turn to that backstretch coming out of one. I guess you call it a backstretch. I get confused here, but it's super
It's
fast.
the longer of the two, yeah.
It is so fast. You can get massive speed, so your lifting / braking point changes as the tire wear and goes on, and you just got to pay attention. And in traffic, it becomes a mess, and that's what happened when English foolishly crashed me. He just overdrove the thing, I think, but
Yep.
he
That's what
didn't
happened.
mean to do it, but I still didn't
Oh, finally you
appreciate it.
admit that.
No, I don't think he meant to, but I don't appreciate it, okay? I don't appreciate it.
Well, when we reach the 1,000 subscriber mark, we're going to put these two idiots into a boxing ring and have them duke it out once and for all, so I don't have to hear about this anymore.
Well, he outweighs me by 100 pounds.
Well, it would be VR, because I mean, out of all of us, I'm probably in the best shape to get into a boxing ring, and there's no chance of me ever doing that. So we'll do it in VR.
That's fair.
All right.
Fair enough.
I think that's fair, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
What also is fair is these drivers, after qualifying, getting down into their cars and getting all lined on up. So let's tell everybody where their favorite driver is starting here tonight. The 27 of Timothy Pope starting up front on pole position, with hometown favorite, the 84 Josh Bittner, going to start to his outside here in second. Third will be the 6 of Trevor Robertson, getting a great starting spot here tonight with one of the Canadians. The 23 is Sean McDonald, having a great spot there in fourth. 18, Andrew Player was looking very racy in practice, and so far here in qualifying, he's doing the same thing. He's going to start here tonight in fifth. 6 will be the 98 of Mike Taylor, who's really turned it on here the last couple weeks, getting some good qualifying spots and good finishes there. So he's starting there in 6th, and should be a good race for Mike. You got the 92 of Greg Klein, aka Lori's favorite, getting things started here tonight there in 7th. 8th will be the 8 of Dylan Bryant, Mr. Mad Max himself. 33 of Jess Vaught, one of the lowest positions I think we've ever seen him qualify here, still inside that top 10 in 9th. With the newcomer Mike Darland in the 25 machine, getting this field started off in that top 10.
Yeah, the 55, our old buddy Ricky Wittenberg, starting in 11th place. Outside row number 6 is Chachi. That's Jonathan Osborne in the 81. The 29 of Dave the Candler Mayberry, starting in 13th place. 14th will be Dustin Eaton. That's Dustin with a Y in the 14 truck. The 1 truck of David Fight will start in 15th place. 16th will be Jack Dixon. Jack the Ripper there in the 07. The 01 of Kelly Keel will start in 17th place. 18th will be George Racone in the 28. 58 truck, Robert Chipman will start inside row number 10, and rounding out your top 20, Mike Everidge in the 82.
Number 3, Austin Paul starts 21st. 22nd, Larry Dickerson in the 69. 1, 2, 3, John Gallagher. 23rd, 24th, Chandler Paul, the number 72. The 4 truck of Dion Jones starts 25th. Gridding 26th, Andrew Cawthon in the 10. 99, America's driver Albert Anderson starts 27th, 28th. The 16 of Kyle Vaught. The 085 of Greg Dobson, Canadian friend. He starts 29th, 30th. Braden Laster in the 013. Michael Adamson in the 88, 31st. Jonah Long, 32nd. And thank you, Lori Vaught, for race control.
And there you have it, your race field here tonight from Pocono, as the field gets dragged around by the pace car here on this opening little warm-up lap. We thank you all for tuning in and watching and enjoying the fantastic show that we have to offer. If you haven't done so already, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, so you get alerted every single time that we go live. And of course, as always, give it a thumbs up, especially if you want to see both Turner and English get into this VR fight. That just continues to help us gain those numbers as the pace car dives on down into pit road, which means it is time to go green flag racing for the first time here tonight. side by side, the field shuffles and bustles down across the line on that outside lane. The 84 Bittner getting a great jump on that restart. He's going to try to get down low, but the 27's bumper is still quite there. And now the 84 is clear, getting a free and open look out of the exit of turn number 1. As, up against the wall goes the 98 of Mike Taylor early, already grabbing some victims out there. As we're going 3 wide, 4 wide, back to 3 wide with the 81 of Chachi splitting down the middle, down into turn number 2. Single file for the first couple rows, but otherwise it's 2 by 2. Everyone trying to stay safe and stay sane out there as they head on down that final little short shoot into turn number 3, where you can grab a whole bunch of speed and head on down this front straightaway here, where the 84 Josh Bittner will lead the opening lap. Oh no!
Dave Mayberry's wrecking.
Yeah,
He
Dave,
spun out, didn't hit anything.
I think he got a little help there. I'm gonna have to rewind and watch it. Yeah.
And I was gonna say we made it through our first lap clean. Well, almost. It was close.
Look, Dixon, I think tapped him, Jack Dixon, but I also think Dave kind of went below the yellow line and slowed him down a touch. Yeah, just one of those early race jitter type of things, I think.
Yeah, maybe just a smidge carrying too much speed there, so he was kind of checking up mid corner. And the 07, I mean, he's still trying to race on his line there, and yeah, it just gives him a little bit of a love tap and gets the 29 to go around there. Really, I wouldn't say no harm, no foul. I mean, the 07 really didn't have anywhere to go there.
It didn't really take much to upset that truck, and yeah, I think that was the last thing on Jack's mind, was causing a spin on lap number 1. But want to thank everybody for joining us out there in the YouTube land. Earl Evans is out there. He's at work tonight at the chemical plant, making some money. But he's cheering for everybody out there. We sure appreciate you watching. Taylor Provak's pulling for the 33 machine, who's got a different type of paint here tonight. Jess Vault with the darker colored paint is a pretty cool looking truck out there. And she's also pulling for the 16 out there as well.
Well, of course she's pulling for the 16. I think that's a future husband.
Well, that's a significant other. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Peyton McGowan pulling for the 84, of course, who loves racing here and had one hell of a qualifying effort. Albert Anderson's Pop is here tonight. Thank you so much, Papa Albert, for pulling for little Albert out there on the track here tonight. And then, Earl pointing out, man, we got Chachi up in 12th tonight. Brayton Laster in the 013 is gonna take up Earl's slack because he's not here to race in the 13.
Well,
And
yeah,
then,
let's see here. We got just
Sure.
a quick thing to talk about,
Yeah.
Since we got a second, all the shiny object stuff they always tell you about, like, look at the Chinese spy balloon, and then they're doing something else under the table, right? Well, today they had a congressional hearing on UFOs, and guess what? There was all kinds of real stuff happening elsewhere, but they want you to look at the shiny object about the UFO hearing in Congress. Isn't that crazy what happens to those people?
I was going to
what
ask
really
you if you had watched that hearing, Turner.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? What they were trying to say. Under oath, this guy claims we have the bodies and specimens of aliens. Under oath.
Yeah, and he's not just some crazy out in the desert either. He's a pretty high-end official.
I think he's probably an operative, somebody, because I think the more important stuff was happening with the son of a certain political person who didn't quite get his plea deal today and causing some problems.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I didn't quite capture the...
Didn't work out?
Didn't work out for him so far, so things are imploding. It's going to be probably worse in the 70s when Woodward and Bernstein figured that thing out with Watergate.
Oh,
but,
the Nixon thing, yeah.
yeah, this one's pretty bad, but look at the shiny UFO stuff, guys. That's what we want you to pay attention to.
Thank you, Brandon Pagano, for joining us, pulling for Kyle Vaught out there.
Yeah.
Of course, one of the rookies here in the league, but pretty damn good race car driver. what we've seen of him here so far.
So Greg Klein in the 92 literally has Lori's favorite as his windshield name.
His banner on his
Yes, on the back of his truck.
What?
In the 92, it says Lori's fave. I don't know about this, but I don't know. There must be something going on, but I'm assuming that's Greg Klein, right? In the 92?
Yeah, that's him.
I don't know. Maybe he's the glue holding that team together over there at Vigilante
Yeah, maybe
Force. I don't know.
I mean, if you can help somebody else's marriage by being a favorite, okay. I guess.
Yeah, Peyton. Yes, there are aliens. I believe it, but that Zuckerberg's probably one of them lizard people anyway. We get into some real semantics on all that.
Goodness.
There are aliens, yes, but I think the timing of this was a little suspect. Is all I'm saying. I believe in aliens.
For you there too, buddy.
What?
Strom's talking to you, bud, on the YouTube. Read it.
Oh, he picked up a new 4-wheeler. He's got a cooler full of beer. He's heading down here. Oh, okay. Come on down. It better be, something nice and cold. I don't care really what it is. Bring some Ice House. That's what you probably drink.
Or something. Yeah.
Keystone's not bad.
Okay.
Here we go. Getting ready to race again, bro.
And that indeed is the pace truck dives on down into pit lane, and we get all lined back on up. 84 and the 27 starting side by side here once again. Talk about a great Ain't Dead Yet team, front row, and Trevor Robertson there as well. So they're looking very strong here tonight as the field scrambles its way on down into turn number 1. 84 Bittner looking very comfortable out there, getting that lead once again. The 6 of Robertson, it looked like he was getting a little loose. A couple of people maybe drifting out to that outside wall, as well as the front 3 or 4 guys ends up trickling into a single file line, getting ready to head on now down into turn number 2. They're all through it free and clear. Meanwhile, behind them, though, it's side by side from the nose to the tail. You got the 33 battling with the 23, the 8 battling with the 98. Got the 55 and the 81 going side by side as they enter turn number 3.
Won a fight battling side by side with the 07 of Jack Dixon as well. Back here kind of mid-pack around 12th position. Woody joining us, pulling for Kyle Vaught out there. Then get that W, brother, and Cruz Brown. Feeling a pole win tonight. Dude should be a real NASCAR driver.
Well, I gotta ask, which Paul? Because there's a couple of them.
Austin or Chandler? Yeah, that's right. A couple of them out here. Which one's usually the best out of the Paul brothers?
I don't know. I wouldn't
think
say.
Austin consistently finishes higher. Is that true? Or is that just what I feel?
I don't
I'm
know.
not.
I don't look at statistics.
Yeah. I go off a feel, man.
You're the baseball
emotion.
guy. You should be watching those statistics.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't want to have a rivalry between a couple family members,
I don't know.
Let's put it this way: if I'm
great.
relying on some insider information about a certain racetrack where some horses might tend to run right around there in May, then I would talk to
Chandler.
Austin.
Oh,
I got you. Oh, Woody. We hadn't seen him before. See, that name is long forgotten. There was a lot of people named Woody back in the day.
my great-grandpa Woodrow.
Yeah, mine was too. My grandfather was named Woodrow. They call him Woody. After Woodrow Wilson, that was a big thing.
Hey,
back then.
that was my
Popular
great-grandpa's
president.
middle name, too.
Yeah, very popular
Wilson.
president. A little history thrown in with the UFOs and racing. Y'all can't get this anywhere else. Just be
That's
aware.
true. It's the whole pack.
Nor do you probably want to, but you're going to get it regardless.
One of David Fight almost snags the outside wall coming out of turn number 3, but able to keep it just off of it in time. There's the 3 of Austin Paul goes side by side with the 58 of Robert Chipman here, kind of towards the back end of the field. The 69 Larry Dickerson trying to follow the 72 of Chan the Man on through as well. The 88 of Mike Adamson and the 16 of Kyle Vaught back here with Mike Darland, Dave Mayberry, and Greg Dobson. Everybody on the lead lap here tonight. Looks like the 7 Jonah Long might be having some connection issues out there and has yet to put in a official lap here.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's having some problems out there. The 013 Brayton Laster up 9 spots already. The Pizza Man out there trying to school these guys on how to race this triangle. Cruz Brown says that Chandler Paul is the one they were pulling for. Love watching him. Takes a lot of risk. But he can fix that. Dude probably has a bright future.
Now you got the
Race.
27 did find his way back around the 84 Josh Bittner, so Pope back into the lead here, but it's still an ain't dead yet team top 3 right now between Pope, Bittner, and Robertson. But lurking in the wins, you do have some other team members. Team Tang member Andrew Player of the 18 machine trying to find that win here for this season. Last season, no, not even last season's champion. It was the 6 of Robertson's last season's champ. A couple seasons ago champ.
Yeah, 2 seasons.
Andrew Player looking to pick up the win here tonight. Jess Vaught and Greg Klein, part of Vigilante Force, working well together here, going nose to tail. Again, these the kind of back and front stretch, 2 very long straight portions of the track where drafting might actually help you on out here.
Big time. The draft is huge, especially on that big long front stretch. And Earl Evans out there saying, let's go Brayton Laster, keep it up there, Pizza Man. Give the chrome horn to Kelly if it doesn't get out of the way.
What?
Talking about Kelly Kill, I reckon.
Man.
Brayton's fighting off the 99 right now, though.
Albert trying to make a run.
To...
Yep, he's trying to make a run up on the outside. Sorry to cut you off there, buddy.
You good?
It's almost like I cut you off right there in the middle of turn number 2.
Yeah, you deserved it, English.
That's karma.
You were in turn 2. But what's interesting, every corner here, a turn or whatever you want to call them, it's totally different than the next one. Like, it's insane. There's no rhyme or reason. If you are not paying attention, you kind of lose. And you can, your attention span might not be good or whatever. We're 60 laps in, you're getting tired. If you think you're approaching the wrong corner, you're in a lot of trouble at this place.
You're in deep doo-doo. They all have different radiuses. They all have different banking. They're completely different. And, the only other track that really screws me up at is Darlington. Darlington screws me every time. Darlington and Texas now. You wouldn't think Texas, but it still gets me, the difference in the baking and all that. But Darlington is the worst, dude. If I get lost at Darlington, I'm smashing into the wall.
So
I'm done.
do you want a super hot take?
Yeah.
And this is very, very spicy. Like someone threw some ghost peppers into some chili,
Yeah.
In my opinion, Darlington and the Monaco Grand Prix overrated.
The Lady in Black is overrated?
Yep.
And Monaco?
Yep. Overrated.
I don't know about Monaco. Well, anything outside the United States.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't really know about it.
The F1 track?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a standard. It's
Ooh, contact side by side. The 99 at Anderson just sent it on in. And got a little right side romance help there, leaning on the 123 of John Gallagher. Thankfully, both drivers able to escape there, but the 99 of Anderson had a heck of a run, took it 3 wide, scooted past the 82 of Evers, the one of fight in the 58 of Robert Chipman before making contact there with the 123, and now he's kind of up in front of this secondary pack that's going on.
Ooh, slide job by the 69.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, barely hung on to it. He's driving that thing to the limits of the machine at this point. Yeah, that turn 1, you get a lot of slide jobs out of that thing as the tire wear goes on. Go ahead, English.
You can. Bruce Brown says, you think we could eventually throw some bets on our favorite racer?
Well, we had this conversation before, didn't we, Brown?
We didn't. As the 72, he's gonna get some help with the bump draft with the 69 and the 01 all teaming up here. 69 now finally kind of looking way down low. Looks like he's gonna try to maybe take it 3 wide. Nah, just tucks back in the line just in time before corner entry there into turn number 1. But it's one of those things. If I decide to ever go back to college, which is also overrated, I'll go and learn some coding, and I'll make our own AAA betting app. It won't be it won't be real
on the dark web.
It won't be real monies. Well, it'll be fake monies. We don't want to, people to lose their house watching
For a fee.
watching this stuff.
And it's against community guidelines here at the YouTube channel, But look, we at the old bar I frequent, where everybody knows my name. We used to call it getting mail, when you won a jackpot on one of those little left-handed bandit things they have in there, little 7-8 liners or whatever. So if you won, they'd say, "We got some mail for you," and you'd pick it up the next Sunday.
Yeah, well, so here's the thing. We could discuss odds and talk about that kind of stuff. We just can't, show it. Show actual, placing of wagers.
Trump said,
cool,
forget
though.
all that. You need to go to trade school, Brown. Be a welder. Be a plumber. Be, somebody who
HVAC.
makes money.
I got my CD. I got my CDL. I'm good.
HVAC, man, that's where it's at. I love air conditioning.
I do too.
I'm enjoying it right now.
It's an amazing thing.
It was
It's still 100 out right now here at my house.
Yep.
It's hot. But
Yeah.
we're nice and cool.
Speaking of hot, the action out on the track is still pretty hot itself. The ones are getting together. 01 and the 1. Kelly Keel and David Fight having a pretty good battle back here, trying to stay inside the top 25. You also got the 72 Chan the Man trying to hold off that 69 of Larry Dickerson heading on down into turn number 2.
It was 100 outside, but it was even hotter inside where I was working.
From where you're working, yeah.
Yeah,
Throwing kegs around,
we had all
brewing
the
beer.
We had all the burners going, and of course you got to suck in the outside air to ventilate, so you don't die from carbon monoxide. But you can't close the back door, because then you're going to pull all the air conditioning out of the restaurant area, and all the people that are in there eating pizza and wings and stuff, they're going to get mad. So
Yeah,
we had to suffer. for the
you
greater
suffered.
good.
But you're doing it for mankind,
We're doing it for all the people that love beer.
Yeah. At least that's a purpose, you serve a special purpose. So we commend you.
As we're approaching the halfway point here in the first stage. Stage break will happen at the completion of lap number 40 here tonight. Oh, the 81 getting dive bombed there by the 3 of Austin. Well, it really wasn't a dive bomb. His bumper was already there, but 3 of Austin Paul sneaking around old Chachi down there in that 81 machine, who had a fantastic side-by-side finish with Jack Dixon last week, where it was separated by thousandths of a second. Not hundredths, not tenths, but thousandths.
It's like 4 thousandths or something. It was
I think it was even closer than that. I think it was like...
closer than that.
Oh, photo finish-wise, you really couldn't tell a difference. It was pixels. Meanwhile, here up at the front, the 27 and the 84 continue to lead, but starting to get a little loosey-goosey and sliding up into turn number 2. There's the 92 Greg Klein, almost scrapes the outside wall. He's got the 18 at Andrew Player right there behind him. The 33 Jess Fott continuing to move up through the field. He's now up into 3rd there, up 6 spots on the day. But how about the 88 of Mike Adamson, up 14 as of right now, your hard charger of the day, and he's about to pick up another one here on his good friend there, Albert Anderson.
And Mike's moving up.
Well, keeping it together so far. Only one crash on the first lap. Super clean. Everybody's just kind of figuring it out on their own.
Yeah, they're pretty spaced out. I mean, this track is 2.5 miles. It's, you know, the size of Daytona, but just a different shape, obviously. So 30, what do we got? 31 cars out there? 31 trucks, I should say. 31 trucks spread out. What happened to Brayton Laster? He ended up back of the field now.
He hit the pits pretty early there. He came down lap 16.
Okay.
He's got a plan.
Yeah, I think so.
I know during it, because I was watching him on his qualification, he lost it in turn 3, and I think that's why he ended up starting in the back. He's got a little plan to try to make some moves up, and I guess that's one of them.
And he worked his way up to about halfway through the field. And then next thing you know, like I said, he went down the pit lane.
He's got a super fast lap times right now. So that's going to help him out.
Brand new tires will do that for you, too.
Sure.
Sure.
As Josh Bittner making his way on down into the pits, so I kind of expected right around lap 20 would start seeing maybe some pit stops happen, and that is exactly what is going on. These guys not quite approaching that 2 second a lap difference from new tires to old tires, but they're definitely getting close. The 8 of Dylan Bryant continuing to move up through the field as he's going side by side with the 23, and now the 98 of Mike Taylor trying to do a 2-for-1 special as he sends it on down into turn number 2.
This guy's definitely going to be using every set of tires they have here tonight and trying to space it out accordingly. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if we see a bunch of guys pitting here soon. I think every time we talk about this, though, we see most of the field just trying to get to the end of that tank of fuel first.
Yeah. And Brown mentioned 2-for-1. All I can think about is the 2-for-1, the 2-for-pack at Popeyes on Tuesdays. Remember that? I think you get the 2-pack for like 99 cents, you know?
Yeah.
It's a 2-for.
See, we never ate at Popeyes when I was a kid. I never lived next to a Popeyes until I was grown
Yeah, well,
and moved here.
they're kind of good, you know?
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, for a fast food place.
Yeah.
Get the red beans and rice, throw a little Tabasco in there, and Louisiana hot sauce. It tastes decent.
You gotta get the Mardi Gras mustard if you get some spicy chicken.
I have, yeah, that's good
Oh.
stuff. It is good. I agree with you.
Whatever that stuff.
Man. Ooh, there's a little bit of... Turn 4 is just... Or 3.
Turn 4.
Coming out of 3. I'm so used to 4, right? But 3 is where you see all the action as they head back towards the line. All right, you got me there. I made one dumb move. You know, I'm still not the dunce of the group. Or maybe am I? I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you were, I wouldn't
say.
I wouldn't think any less of you.
Yeah, turn
They
3,
don't know
coming out of
How
turn
to
3.
count to 4.
It's all where the action is. I thought it was 4, but it's actually 3. We've done hundreds of these races at this point, so it's rare when you only have 3 turns.
Yes.
That indeed it is. The 98 Jolly Rancher machine of Mr. Mike Taylor. Jonathan Osborne comes on down into the pits. Again, really haven't seen that massive mob come on down that we typically see here. It's just been the kind of like the onesie twosie takers here, and of course pit road here not difficult to get into. It's difficult, however, to get back down to the 50-mile-an-hour pit road speed limit.
The truth, man. Kind of a mixed bag here tonight. Like you said, 1s and 2s, and Not the giant crowd that we usually see come down the pit lane, and yeah, merging back onto the track after you exit the pit lane used to be a lot harder than it is now. Used to you'd have to merge before you got to turn one. Now at least you've got that little bit of a lane down low where you can.
A lot of people calling it out now, so we should see some action. Should see some action down there. They gotta slow it down to what we said, 55. It's still pretty tough.
Yeah, 55.
When the first number isn't a 1 and it's a total of a 3-digit number, these guys, it's pretty slow.
Yeah, rough time. Kind of like a rough time to be a chef of a former president, you know? That's really not the time for that. Because, you know, today. This day and age.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, look at the UFO, you know? And then all of a sudden somebody's drowning in a former president's pond, you know, that's kind of strange. But go ahead and look at the UFO, guys.
72
We're
Chan.
talk about that.
72 Chan, the man coming on down into the pits now as well. Still got the whole pit cycle going on, and I got a feeling you're seeing a black flag pop up there, Mr. English.
Jazz Vaught, the 33, black flag on the pit lane.
I thought you called him Jazz. It
Jazz.
sounded like you called him Jazz.
Hey,
But before you go off the rails here, at least I believe he got that black flag as he was coming in, so he's at least not having to get back out there, go around again to then come back and serve it.
the 40 seconds he's going to be holding is what, 3/4 of a lap here?
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt. Yeah,
It's
but
gonna hurt bad.
well, here's the deal. I'm gonna do the positive thing, even though I never do that.
Sure.
Even if he gets back out there and loses a lap, he should be the first truck a lap down, as everybody comes in right now. And we're gonna have a stage break, so he'll be able to get his lap back and be right back up there by the end of the race. I think it's not gonna kill him just yet.
Stage break at the end of lap number 40 here, I think.
See, I could talk. I can talk chefs, racing, UFOs, America. You know, freedom units, whatever y'all want to talk about tonight.
Turn 2.
You know,
And,
turn 2 at Pocono. I'm trying to distract myself with that thought.
Not
Yeah, look at the UFO.
not gonna lie, you had me in the first half there when you were saying talk chefs. I heard the shh, and I'm like, oh
Dude,
god, don't say
He
it.
did it twice, and I'm like, oh no, oh no.
Oh, I scared y'all with like a curse word. No, I said something way worse.
PG-13 one.
That'll probably get me more trouble than saying, a 4-lettered S word. You know, I got to be careful. You know, they're listening right now.
And Mike Adamson coming on down into the pits, up 29 as the pit cycle continues to roll around, which also means the 29 of Hot Rod Mayberry getting to lead some laps here tonight.
The nickname himself. Good for him. He's a popular driver. I know everybody loves him, right?
Oh, of
Yeah,
course.
man.
It's Dave.
On and off the track, he is
Yeah.
well loved by all of the minions.
I feel like they give him a really hard time. So if somebody gives you a hard time, that means they
They love
usually like you. Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
like we do with Greg Klein.
Yeah.
Even though he's wrecked us countless times.
Oh god.
And
yeah.
not only the one time I wrecked you, even though that's what I hear about all the time.
I
Greg,
know.
Greg Klein has wrecked us.
Yeah. Both of us more than that
I
one
couldn't-
time you got
I
me.
couldn't even count.
Now I'm going to put my hate towards the 92.
No, we don't hate. Come on now.
I know. I wouldn't. Look at Braden Last are still running on rails up a whole bunch right now. That little
Again.
yeah, that short pit thing might have helped him at least gain some positions for the next stage break.
Well,
see.
it's the same thing with Josh Bittner. I think he saw the numbers and saw, hey, lap 20 sounds about right, and there he is. He's looped his way back around to the front, and he's even got about 3 we'll just call it 3.25 seconds over Timothy Pope, who pitted 5 laps later. Now, there could be a difference, in lap traffic and all that kind of stuff that plays an effect, as well as here comes, speaking of the 92 of Greg Klein, sneaking past the 6th machine of Trevor Robertson here.
Oh, perfect timing. The old iRacing gave up on me again. I think they heard me.
Oh, man.
To reload back in, guys.
Yeah, Brayton Laster, you mentioned him, the Pizza Man in the 013, up 20 spots. Currently 10th here in tonight's contest.
The Pizza Man doesn't have his driver cam up here tonight. Unfortunate, 'cause I absolutely love seeing how he's got pizza everything. Pizza bed cover, pizza helmet, pizza race suit. He's loaded up with pizza.
Hey, it's good.
I work at a pizza place. I wonder if the Pizza Man looking for a pizza sponsor. I might have to sweet talk some.
I thought it was a beer joint you worked at.
Well, yeah, we have pizza too, though.
Oh, okay.
It's a brew pub.
Kind of go hand in hand,
Pizza
actually.
and beer. Yeah, you got to have both at once.
Yeah.
I can't
Very
have one
tasty.
together.
Well, I did see something interesting today. I found out what IPA stands for.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I gotta re-find it. Give me a minute.
Okay.
I feel this is going somewhere.
I think it means India Pale Ale, but
No,
you would think, but I don't think that is correct.
that's what it is.
No, I think he's got a better definition for it.
I had an India Pale Lager today from a different brewery. That was
An IPL?
yes, it was freaking awesome.
Okay.
Some place in Pennsylvania that I've never been to.
I've
I got
never
some
even
free
been
beer
over
from
there. Wonder what they got going on over there. I've never been over there. So,
Pennsylvania?
yeah, what happens up there? I mean, I know Bidner's from up there, so something cool
They
must
have
happen.
groundhogs and steel
They
mill.
do. They do have the groundhog.
Yeah.
Punxsutawney Phil. So I did find it. Didn't take too long a search
Okay.
because I screenshotted it because I liked it so much.
Good.
So IPA is actually stands for if pine cones were alcohol.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. It does have that flavor, right?
Yeah.
Some hops have a piney flavor, some have a citrusy flavor, some have
Don't ruin the joke, man.
diesel flavor. No, don't.
With all your beer smartness. Brown, that was a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah. You have to
But-
send that to me if it's a meme thing.
That was a original Jonathan Osborne. Well, not original. He shares a whole bunch of
okay.
stuff on the Facebooks.
Oh, Jonathan Osborne. got all
Chachi
kinds of stuff
shared
going
so
on.
much cool stuff on Facebook. He's one of those guys that I'll follow on there for
So we're
as long as I'm on Facebook because he's has so much funny stuff
Oh,
on there.
absolutely is. We're starting to close in here. About 7 laps left to go here in the first half of this race before that stage break. 98 and Mike Taylor trying to crawl his way back up the leaderboard. He and Mike Everidge are going side by side. Meanwhile, Timothy Pope in the 27 machine trying to catch back on up to teammate Josh Bittner, while Greg Klein also tries to climb back on up here again. Bonus points awarded for the top 10 here at the midway point, and those 10 points or whatever points you get inside of that top 10 could make the difference between you making the playoffs and you having a run at that championship or not, as the 55 Ricky Wittenberg goes from the windows to the wall. And it almost does it again as he's cutting up and down the racetrack here. The 123 and the 10 trying to come up underneath him.
To the window, to the wall. All these Rickies crawl. Yahtzee.
That was some good stuff. Brown, you've been really working on your material, eh? You're getting up there. You're making me laugh more than the English is now, so that's pretty good.
I've been. You know what? I haven't been trying. I think that's the thing. You know, when you try, stuff doesn't really come off that great. Meanwhile,
Yeah, just let it flow. That's what
Yeah.
happens here. Ooh, yeah, tightened up.
definitely tightened up. You got the 28 and the 14 having a great battle. Dustin Eaton coming off a pretty good finish in the Spa 24 that the Vigilante Racing League participated in. Came home with a 11th place finish in that.
You didn't participate in that? I thought you normally
I
did
didn't.
those.
I did not. I normally do, but this weekend was so crazy that I couldn't.
Tuesday. I gotcha. So where is the spa? Is that like
Belgium.
somewhere?
Belgium.
Belgium. Okay. Sounds fun. I'd like to go there and drink their beer.
I mean, it's a great race. You see, I think you and I would enjoy, even though you're not into like the road course stuff, going to like the Daytona 24.
Yeah, like going to and watching it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm down for that. It'd be a fun time. I don't know about iRacing. I just don't understand the. Like, I could observe it in person. Any race in person is awesome, man. I don't care if you're racing lawnmowers. You're gonna have fun, at least if you're there watching them.
Oh, 100%.
But
Oh no,
yeah,
like
iRacing's a different thing.
yeah,
though.
yeah. But I think you would enjoy the if like racing the endurance, not watching, but like actually participating.
Oh, really?
I think you would
could
enjoy it.
practice. You get some practice runs in. I hate to kill a whole team's chances, though. If I really feel too much pressure.
Mayberry even participates in them, so I mean,
Oh, okay, then I can do okay then.
you and I think you and Mayberry would have a great time.
I'm pretty sure I have a great time with old Dave Mayberry himself, for sure.
Indeed, as the 27 of Timothy Pope has caught up to Josh Bittner, the question is there any tires left on that 27 machine to sneak past the 84 within the final few laps remaining here before that halfway point? Again, it's now getting to the point where I think the dirty air that the 84 is throwing off that truck, especially with the kind of older tires, might be a little bit more difficult to pass now.
Yeah, you're probably right. And we were talking about Jess Vaught with a little incident earlier with the penalty. He's currently still on the lead lap, so he's going to be fine. He's just going to have to be super aggressive here on the second half of this race.
Then the bold strategy call here from the 98 of Mike Taylor coming on down into the pits before the pits are closed. So he's going for, starting position here for the second stage over finishing position here, especially because he was already kind of towards the tail end of the field here as of right now anyway. So I think that is a very good strategy.
I love that strategy. That is exactly what I would be doing. Hitting one lap before the pits closed. Oh, show.
Well, we'll see if it pays off for him in the end of this thing, but it's something different. Nobody else is doing it, so you kind of have to go against the grain at certain points in races like this just to, make some ground.
And Jonathan Osborne making the same, looks like he made the same decision down there to come on down into the pits, maybe picking up on some cues from his fellow drivers here. Is the 25 Mike Darland. Again, first race that we've seen him out here tonight, here at Pocono in the U.S. Army, kind of a black and white silhouette paint scheme there. American flag on the truck deck. I know you enjoy that one.
Love that.
Yeah, we both love it. Love anything America. Yeah, Darland's got that cool American flag. Never seen this cat before. We'll see how he races. He's holding his own in this league for his first race. That's not too shabby in 15th.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you finish, we always say inside the top 20 here in the VRL, you're having yourself a pretty solid night, and that's exactly what's going on here. As the 013 of the Pizza Man tries to hunt down that 72.
A lot of the names.
Go ahead.
Well, a lot of the names that we normally see at the, towards the front are in the rear tonight here so far. Jess Vaught, Osborne, Anderson, Keel, Fight, Mayberry, Dixon. A lot of these cats, I think that's because of the pit straight stuff, maybe.
Some of it is, some of it was maybe like
Yeah.
Jess had that, problem with the black flag. So a little bit of everything. We're gonna re-rack them here in a second and figure it all back out.
And that indeed, as the white and yellow flag are both waving here. Final lap of the opening stage here tonight at Pocono. The 84 and the 27 continue to go nose to tail up here down into turn number 2. I almost said 2 and 3. But nonetheless,
I'm not the only one.
But nonetheless, making their way down into turn number 3 now as well. Will the 27 machine find any run down through here? The final corner looks like he found a little bit of speed. Is it going to be in time? It will not. He will help push that 84 across the line to pick up the stage win in 10 bonus points.
Ooh.
Greg Klein, Andrew Player, George Rincon. I think when the caution came out, he just had that nose out in front of the 88 of Mike Adamson, so he gets a good bonus set of bonus points there. Adamson up 25 here tonight, absolutely flying through this field.
Damn.
Getting some bonus points. Dustin Eaton, Trevor Robertson, Austin Paul, and Dylan Bryant, all in the extra money here this evening.
John Gallagher missing out on those bonus points by about 2 seconds. About 2 seconds behind Bryant there.
The best part about this league,
Yeah.
these guys are just so professional. They're so good. There's a lot of cool rules in place that,
It's
there's
competitive.
nobody's going to take advantage. Like, I don't even know who said it. We're listening to the radio, the driver's radio. English and I get it to listen, and one of them was like, "Hey, heck of a good first half of the race, guys." They're just complimenting each other, and it really was. It was really smooth. Didn't see a bunch of stuff that was unnecessary or anything.
I think part of that was between Adamson and Eaton. I think they were talking about the drag race that they had. Their start-finish line.
No,
Had a pretty grand time out there.
gentleman racing. That's what they got going on there. Man, I guess we'll see some pit stops here in a second.
Earl Evans says on the YouTube chat, he says, "Woot woot." I'm not sure what that means.
I also see you said skeet, skeet, skeet.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what any of it means.
Yeah, I've heard kids say it though.
It doesn't mean you're allowed. You're too old. You don't know what
Well,
you're talking about. Probably in
To
a
me, that
wrong
means
frame of reference.
You're shooting clays with a shotgun.
Well, sure.
Skeet, skeet, skeet means it's.
Everybody up front is coming in.
Oh,
here.
I could imagine so. Making this
Minus-
one more pit stop of a race left, and yeah, that's but talk about
Minus-
talk about getting old. You know what you want to do when you get old, Turner? You want to
Oh, yeah.
you want to
Please
travel
tell
the
me.
world, and that's why you should talk to GC Cruise Travel, Mr. Greg Klein over there, 918-906-5616. To book your next vacation. Go see the world. He specializes in cruises, but he can get you, that Ireland trip or golfing adventure, whatever kind of vacation you want to do. He can get you all on the hookup. So be sure to get in contact with Greg Klein today. And you know what else, Turner? You always, after a vacation, need to return home. So why not get your dream home from Dave Mayberry? Give him a call at 520-850-4189 at Blue Fox Properties. Whether you're looking in the Tucson, Arizona area or anywhere across the country, let Dave Mayberry and his 18 years of experience help you on out. He's even given away free consultations. Nothing in this world is free today, so definitely take advantage of that. And this housing market just gets crazier and crazier. Be sure to get a quality realtor today.
So what you're basically saying is I need to call Dave because I need to get me like another pad, like down there, Area 51. and maybe start like a touristy thing where I sell trinkets and stuff to all the tourists coming to the UFO area. Then I call Greg, and then I'm like, "Hey, Greg, will you take me to that secret hole in Antarctica? Can you get me that travel junket to head down there to where all the stuff is happening in the secret hole in Antarctica?" Do you think they could make that happen? Those guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
First of all, why do you want to go see the world? What is there out there
There's a secret hole
that you have to see?
in Antarctica, you know.
I've dug holes in my backyard.
No, this is where all the
There's
secrets are.
nothing out there.
That's where the UFOs are and stuff. Or they're down there.
Well, they're not. You've been watching too many movies where they, what was that movie with Kurt Russell where the thing, that's what it was called. And then it turned into a dog, and then it turned into that guy's head, and it had tentacles and killed everybody. Remember? Yeah.
While you're
You don't need to do all that.
while you're arguing about that, let's go ahead and talk to a guy that's here who's kind of been digging himself out of said hole here tonight. It's our good buddy, the 085 Canada's own Mr. Greg Dobson, up quite a few spots here in 18th, sitting right around the midway point here at the midway part of this race, man. You're looking pretty good here at Pocono.
Doing my best to hang on. Obviously didn't qualify that great. I honestly didn't have very much practice time. I only ran a half a lap before qualifying actually began. But saving tires was a little bit of my game, and a little bit of an early pit stop got me some position. I got in and out of the pits reasonably well, so ended up being up about 10 spots or whatever by the time stuff cycled around. So far, I'm pretty happy.
Good luck out there tonight. It's a strange track for sure, and one that a lot of us either love it or we hate it. Turn 3, absolutely my favorite turn. I love trying to push it as hard as I can through there, and that was always my let's make up some time turn. Other people disagree. What's your kind of trick to run around here?
It is definitely the tricky triangle. Yeah, a little bit of brake here, a little bit easy on the throttle when you're getting back going out of the turns, especially on the fresh tires. They can be a little slick, and you got to be careful. But anyway, we're going green here, and
all right, be careful.
Yeah, sorry,
we got him.
I cut him off there, but glad to have you up here there, Greg. And good luck to the racing. Rana English kept jabbering.
If he crashes right now, it's English's fault.
It's not my fault.
Yes, you didn't know where you had no track awareness. You should have shortened it up. It's your fault. But look at this. There's getting Jessvot is in the middle of the sandwich between Dixon and Wittenberg right there.
Yeah, the future son-in-law, I guess, is racing. I don't know that whole dynamic that's going on around there. But either way, Ricky Wittenberg trying to filter his way through the madness here. He's racing alongside the 23 of Sean McDonald. You also got the 6 of Trevor Robertson having a good battle with the 18 of Andrew Player as the field makes its way out of turn number 3 here. A great start once again for that 84 of Josh Bittner, staying out in front of that 27 of Timothy Pope. You also got the 3 of Austin Paul moving up into this top 10, trying to go around the outside of the 18 machine. 25 Mike Darland out there as well, trying to stick with this main group.
John Gallagher back there a couple turns ago, very sideways.
Oh, there goes, no! I thought Mike Taylor hard into the inside wall, and Albert Anderson went with him. Let's go ahead and take a quick look back at that one. What kind of happened here? Oh, I think the 81 started pushing up and forced the 99 up right in front of the 98. And, heavy contact down there. Bits and pieces flying from the 99 and a hard impact for the 98 of Taylor.
Check up happening here with the 82 and the 55. A lot of the field trying to get around both of these trucks. Didn't see what happened there. I know it was a big checkup, and then, oh man, 3 wide. Running here with 55, 82, and the 16. Oh, mercy.
Oh, one of Kelly Keel getting into it as well. Oh my goodness, look how close they're running with the 82 being sandwiched in the middle.
There's some serious side drafting out here. I don't know if they know about the net code and the hitbox issues with this truck.
I don't know, but they're getting after it. That's for sure.
Man, that indeed is a 82 survives being the meat in the sandwich there. And almost some contact there in front of him. The 01 Kelly Keel with a great save. The 55 with some evasive maneuvers shoots the gap and makes it work. And look at him slip and slide down through the field.
Boy, they're driving this thing like they're on I-45 Go Freeway on a Memorial Day weekend when it's, the beach is free and there's just mayhem heading south to Galveston. That's what it's looking like right now. Just all over the road. You got a couple guys just swerving. They got them swingers on the truck down there, so you got to be careful of them when they're in traffic. It's just great.
So right here with the 18 of Andrew Player as he tries to chase down that 6 of Trevor Robertson. You can just see how aggressive these guys are getting down there in turn 3. Man, they are battling. Man, it's so easy to break that truck loose, and they're just keeping it right there on that knife's edge, doing a great job. We're also joined with some driver cams from Chan the Man in the 72 machine. Trying to catch back on up to the Pizza Man. Currently in 15th, having a fantastic run right now, up 9 positions. Trying to gain a couple more. Of course, our good buddy there in that 92, Mr. Greg Klein as well. You can see the focus on Greg's eyes there in his picture for his banner and also on his live driver cam.
He's super laser focused. Look at his face.
But yeah, these guys are definitely out here doing some wheeling and dealing for sure.
Well, I'll tell you who's dealing them right now. The Rangers over the Astros. They're almost started a fight in the baseball game. This is awesome. I love fights. We're fighting for position all the way up, 7 through 9 right here. Really fun on the track to watch that too.
Hey, Adam, did you and Greg go out to eat again yesterday, or
No, I never headed up to Tulsa.
you didn't
Couldn't
make
get
it
up there. So, no, but I'm gonna hit him up. He owes me a nice lunch. I'll talk nice about him next time I get a meal out of the guy. But right now,
okay.
I'm not gonna say anything nice. Other than I love his cruise company.
And he showed you some great barbecue up there, didn't he?
Oh well, it's just great restaurants. The guy knows where to go.
Yeah.
Tulsa's a cool town, man. If y'all never been, that's a cool place. Minus the homeless and stuff. The other stuff they got going on is real neat. No, I'm just saying it's a nice town. Real cool.
Yeah.
My dad's from there. So I love it.
Man, so racing action continues to boil here. You got the 92 and the 88 as well as the 28. Look at that bump draft that the 88 was given to the 92. He's just like, hey man, I'm on my way up through this field. You get out of my way. I'm going to start using my bumper.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Ooh, little bit of a bobble there as well. It's almost some contact between the 28 and the 88. The 3 of Austin Paul inside of that mix as well. Once again, the 27 of Timothy Pope able to squeeze his way around the 84 of Josh Bittner. Talk about 2 absolutely dominant performances from those drivers here tonight. Just absolutely taking advantage of the great starting spots that they've had up there at the front. I didn't even say anything funny about that.
No, I just get ridiculed.
I'm still laughing about the terms.
I can't say anything right, Brown. I'm sorry for failing AAA broadcasting with all the stupid
No, that was
stuff they
funny.
say. Oh, okay. English kind of gave me a little ribbon for saying something I thought was, I just was being honest, and they thought it was a joke. God.
God, I was
Man.
hoping it was.
Oh man. Whatever. I'm having fun. Hit the button to have fun with us. The subscribe, the like, the what's the other one? The bell thing. What does that do?
It just notifies you
thing.
every single time that
Yeah.
we go live.
Well, that's perfect because they need to know. Come join us. We do this all the time. We're just three guys having a good time watching fun racing out there on the iRacing machine. And they're real drivers right now. They're not AI, which AI, I don't know if you know,
That's
but
a
it's
learning machine.
it's a
It means
fancy word, artificial intelligence. Yes, you're correct. You learned your lesson. It is a machine, Brown or English. Good job.
Yeah, I figured that out.
Awesome.
Well, I already knew it was a machine, so it's no.
What-
Yeah, but
no
my
surprise
vice
to me.
president told me that
Yeah. How would you not
it is
know
all
unless she
about
didn't tell you? Like,
learning. It's fancy.
yeah, it's fancy. She's the one that tells us everything. It's like Al Gore, you know, that guy invented the internet, you know. He'd tell you about it too.
Sure.
This guy. And it's false, actually, that he did not invent the internet, but he claims he did, so.
Well, that's what Adam Strom told me. Adam Strom told me, you need to listen to Gore, eh? He invented the whole internet, eh? That's what he told me.
I think that was a joke.
Huh?
Oh, man. Wow.
6 Trevor.
Got you in the
It's
pit?
a test to see if he's still here.
No, he didn't say it.
6 of Trevor Robertson trying to find his way around the 3 of Austin Paul, but maybe lost a little bit of run while being aggressive there in the 18 of Andrew Player and the 8 of Dylan Bryant are going to maybe look to take advantage of that loss of momentum and squeeze on by again. Here, not quite on old set of tires, closing in on the last 25 laps here. Expect pit stops right around the 20 to go mark. So we're closing in on that infamous money stop there, Turner.
Yep, that's where you get all the money. That last stop, that's where you got to really get your strategy honed in. If you're going to door somebody in turn 2, you better have it figured out by this last pit stop. That's for sure.
Well, that, and, if something does happen, if a yellow does come out, a lot of people's strategies are
Right.
out the freaking window, I mean, that's basically what happens. About the best laid plans,
Yeah, it never really works out. But, you use the educated guesses, your previous experience. You can still put yourself in the position to do very well here, with a strategy. Or, as that one president called it, a strategery.
Yeah, Ethan for now joining us as well, saying, let's go Mike Taylor, pulling for the driver of the 98. Where is Mike? Sitting at right now. Looks like he's struggling here tonight. He started in 6th. He's currently 29th. Still on the lead lap, though, Mike Taylor is, that 98 machine.
There's nothing wrong with that. He's still putting laps in.
Yeah,
Anything
dude,
could happen
he's
still.
scoring points. I mean,
Oh, absolutely. You got the 013 Pizza Man coming on down into the pits. Again, I think we're going to see that kind of slow little trickle in, and then, some people may be realizing they may have not gotten the strategy quite right on the first time and might see more people come down together here. So we'll have to see how this plays out as the 92 is looking down low on the 14 of Dustin Eaton. Right behind him is the 28 of George Rincon. Again, Rincon being that kind of that sneaky good guy who finds his way into top 10s.
yeah.
And, doesn't really make a whole lot of noise. Well, there goes the 88 of Mike Adamson. Nicknamed the Silent Assassin. He's not being silent here tonight, flying up through this field.
Consistency. That's what a lot of these guys possess. So far tonight, only Jonah Long, our only disconnection here tonight. The driver of the 7 machine. Everybody else is still here.
I'll tell you what, Eden, back to Adamson, Greg Klein, Rincon, Austin Paul, and Andrew Player. Trevor Robertson, even Bryant, man, that's a good battle right there.
It's a big
Hell,
pack.
Yeah, throw in Mike Darlin, the new guy. He's behind him there in 11th. Really running clean. The VRL folks are going to be happy with his run if he keeps it up. They like clean racers here. Robertson's dropping a little bit.
Almost down to 10 to go here. Was that player that dug down?
10 to go. Which race are you watching?
I was gonna say,
We're almost to 10 to go.
we're at 22.
Okay, never mind. I thought that was 70. It's not. It's 80.
Brown, I'll be back. I'm heading down over there. I'm going to hit him with
I'm
going to hit him with something.
I think his bureau is starting to run a little dry. I think we might need to fill him up.
Yeah, he just needs a cold one.
There's plenty here. It's just.
Is it homemade? Did you ever get that homemade beer? Is it?
I'm gonna carbonate it tomorrow.
Ooh, that
10
sounds fun.
gallons of.
Oh, that'll do you a little bit.
Well, 5 of it's for me. 5 of it's for somebody else.
Oh.
Andrew Player and Jess fought down onto pit road. I believe this time Jess may be electing. The short pit worked for Bittner in that first run. He's still staking around there with Pope, only about half a second back. We'll see if he maybe changes that strategy up a little bit here, but I got a feeling he might be sticking to it, and expect him to come on down here in a pretty much at the either end of this lap or the next one. You also got the 123 of John Gallagher working against the 69 of Larry Dickerson, 07 of Jack the Ripper Dixon out riding around out there.
Man, good racing all the way around. I like to see how people take turn 2 a little bit different. Some attack it, kind of diamond it. Some take it low all the way. Some take it high all the way. Pretty fun to watch.
Especially now with the tire wear, Adam. I think that's coming into play. Oh, as the 8 gets a little bit of a bunch, a big checkup, avoiding all chaos there as the 28 and the 8. I think seeing that maybe flat spotted the tires, comes on down into pits with an aggressive pit road entry. Goodness gracious, that was a lot going on for Dylan.
Yeah, he got turned a little bit, and I guess, did he make his way down into the pit?
Yeah. I think it was one of those, maybe a little bit of a checkup in the middle of 3, and I think the 28 really didn't have anywhere to go, and just kind of like we saw with Mayberry there on lap number 1, just the lightest of taps gets that truck going around.
No black flag either. That was a clean pit entry according to iRacing. No speeding, no sideways action going into the pits.
Well, yeah, that was good though. I mean, it worked out for him. If you're going to get kind of turned right there, he made the best of it. Get him some new tires, some fuel. That's his money stop. Kind of forced, but it worked out.
And I mean, not only that, but as he was getting turned, he drifted up toward the outside wall. So not only was he going slow on the outside of the track and able to find, a open hole to shoot down into pit road, but being able to see that, get checked up, all of that. That was a very impressive performance there from the 8 machine.
He did shoot into that open hole.
Yeah, he did.
Glad he was able to find that.
Yeah, he was looking for it though. I mean, and it worked out.
Yeah.
A lot of communication. I heard Albert Anderson talking. I guess this is where we're going to start seeing some movement down to the old pit lane and whatnot. I'm down here, Strom brought me some cold beer, so I'm going to have to hang out with him for a little bit.
Yeah, it sounds like he left. I mean, I chastised him.
Well, he's running around in the crowd.
George McCone speeding on the pit lane.
No,
I thought he cooked it coming in. I was right.
Everidge, Mayberry, Cawthon all making their way on down. Same thing with Josh Bittner. Timothy Pope staying out here once again. We'll see if Tim stays out for those extra 5 laps like he did that first go around, or if he is going to come on down. The 88 of Adamson out in front of the 92 Greg Klein up. I was going to say 92 spots. That would be one heck of a drive. Up 29 spots here right now.
That's quite a few.
I mean, yeah, it's still basically the entire field. So, yeah,
Right.
the 88 having a fantastic night here this evening as the money stops pit cycle continues to cycle its way on around.
What time you got to be at work tomorrow, English? You got to brew some more cold beer?
Yeah, man. We're doing a Marzen tomorrow, so gotta be in at 6. Means I'm getting up at 4. That's Central Time.
Yeah, but if I was you, I'd just get up at like 5:30 and roll out. You know,
Oh
I don't
man,
know why
I
you're getting that extra hour.
Yeah, my wake up time. Man.
What
Watch the
happens
news,
during
drink
that
some
wake
coffee.
up? Coffee and
I'm
news. Huh?
I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, I'm listening.
I drink my coffee. I watch the news. I pack my lunch. I pack my wife's lunch. You know, take a shower, shave.
Pack
Trim
your
the old
wife's lunch too?
mustache. Yeah,
Man,
she needs her beauty sleep. So
what
Pack her
a
lunch
wonderful person you are.
I pay
Hey.
for it in other ways.
Would you make me a sandwich?
What?
I want you to make me a sandwich.
Well, come on down here. I'll make you a sandwich. You're freaking 5 hours away.
Well, that's fine.
Well,
Give you a knuckle sandwich. Because I feel like fighting after watching this Pocono race. Just all these
I'm gonna wreck you again at Pocono.
all these
I can't
reminders of Pocono and Turn 2 and all the pain and suffering I've dealt with over the years. These guys aren't going through the pain that I've had to endure.
wait. Earl Evans says I got off of work at 6 a.m. and then I come back on Saturday at 6 a.m.
That's a good couple days off.
I've been in that situation where they flip you from nights to days.
Yeah.
Yep, done that many times. Mostly in my early 20s.
Yeah, that's the best time
It
to
was
do
a-
that.
It was a lot easier to deal with then.
Sure.
Now it feels like it's killing me.
Dustin Eaton coming on down into pit road out there. Still just a couple of drivers left to come on in. Tim Pope, John Gallagher, Robert Chipman, and David Feit. If anybody could save 20 laps worth of fuel, it would be Timothy Pope, but I don't believe he's going to be able to do it here tonight, so still expecting him to come on down into the pits.
Yeah, there's no way.
And speaking of making his way on down there, looks like he got a little squirrely down there getting on those brakes, but able to check it up in time. Oh, 123 John Gallagher. Ooh, that one's going to be close coming to that time in line. So Robert Chipman's going to get some bonus points. I don't know if they actually give bonus points for leading the lap, but I'd like to say they do. So
I believe they do.
Sounds cool.
exactly, it
Cool.
sounds good. Don't let the facts get in front of a good story, right, Turner?
Yeah, don't let the facts get in the way of a good story. I learned that in the news business from a news professional, so it's true. And that it's obviously happening today. They're, you know, with what's happening now, it's just pure propaganda.
Do you mean?
Well, we don't have enough time to go through what I mean, and I don't want to be imprisoned, you know, unlawfully, like some people have been imprisoned. Yes. Thank you. I don't want to fall out of a kayak, even though I'm a great swimmer. Eaton looked like he missed his pit box, as Earl says, just a little bit.
Did he? I don't know. I wasn't.
We missed it.
I wasn't watching. I'm not the guy on pit road. I'm in the
Well, I was just
trailer
getting
pushing
the
all the
tips from the
buttons.
guy in my ear, but then I started talking about other stuff. Ooh, 81 hit the wall coming out of the tunnel turn.
Yeah,
fine.
he is racing too wide here with the 01 of Kelly Keel, and it's definitely getting a little slicey and dicey down there. So Robert Chipman slowly makes his way out of pit road. David Feit, the last person yet to pit. The question is though, so Ricky Wittenberg last pitted at lap 59. He should definitely be able to make it. Andrew Player 58 able to make it. Brayton Laster in the 013 came in lap 56. So that's, he should be able to make it on fuel, but man, those tires are going to be absolutely hurting him here.
I think he's in save mode, not just for tires, but for fuel as well. As Jack Dixon looks to the inside of him here. Looks like Greg Klein's going to try to follow him.
Yahtzee.
And
Yeah, Pizza Man is definitely saving something or everything here.
most definitely as the 88 of Mike Adamson. Timothy Pope runs the fastest lap of the race, a 54.12 out there, moving his way back on up into that top 5. Meanwhile, Josh Bittner controls the lead of this race with the 6 of Trevor Robertson about a half second behind him. And then another second and a half back is the 18 of Andrew Player. So we're just going to have to wait and see how all this plays on out as we're approaching those final 10 laps.
Astor's got to be one of those guys thinking, well, if we do get a late stage or late race restart here, how am I going to do with my old ass tires? I don't know. We're going to find out together.
Yeah, that indeed.
He goes around on the outside like you stand still.
Yeah, that indeed as the 14 of Eaton going side by side with the 72. Almost making some contact there in front of the 10 of Andrew Cawthon.
Jonathan Osborne with a meatball flag.
Maybe scraping that outside wall a little bit too much because that right hand door panel's a little busted up.
There's not much paint left there. He just told everybody, have a great race, everybody, on the radio. So I think maybe Chachi might be done here tonight. Yeah, he gone.
And that indeed is Pope runs another fastest lap of the race, taking another 100th off that time. So he's definitely cruising his way back on up, trying to get around the 18 of Andrew Player here and get back up into that podium top 3 here. Which he does, but once again, man, it'd be a heck of a feat, and of course, knowing Tim Pope, he'll be able to do it. Catch on up to Josh Bittner. The problem is, remember at the end of the first stage there, it really looked like he was kind of struggling a little bit in the dirty air, trying to figure out a way to get around Bittner, especially on those older tires. So I wonder if pushing like he is, if that's kind of setting him up for the kind of same cause and effect.
I think dirty air is dirty air. I mean, if you're not able to set the front end of that truck, you can't make a turn for you. So, yeah, I think even if you're behind somebody really fast, it's still dirty air. I mean, you're still going to struggle turning. He probably needs to get his nose out there in the clean air, or try to get underneath somebody in front of him and make a play.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make a play at some point. We're getting down to it. All right, what do we got? 8 laps to go.
Yep,
after this.
8 laps to go. Indeed, as the 6 Trevor Robertson really starting to put the pressure onto Josh Bittner in that 84 here. And coming up on that back door is Timothy Pope. Looks like there's some lap traffic getting involved here as well, racing alongside. That's the 99 of Albert Anderson trying to maybe get a lap back here.
Not Albert's night, I guess.
He had an incident which kind of took him out for a little bit. So
That's right.
But he is. He's still out there racing. I mean, we had 31 truck start here tonight. 30 are still running, and as of right now, I believe 29 of those 30 are on the lead lap. So everyone's having a pretty good night tonight.
Truth.
That's super impressive, actually.
It is.
Because this track, they don't call it the tricky triangle for nothing. I mean, it's hard. If you make a few mistakes, you can find yourself a lap or two down quickly without being in the pack. So good on these guys for staying in there and keeping it together.
55, Ricky Wittenberg trying to stay out in front of that 14 of Dustin Eaton and hold on to that top 10 position for the double nickel.
Earl Evans out there on the YouTube chat saying, are we looking for, we might be looking at a Ain't Dead Yet team stacked podium?
Well,
And
if
It's
it's not, it's on him. He jinxed him, not us.
Yeah.
but
So far, it looks like it might happen.
it definitely could, but Tim Pope once again fighting his way up through all the traffic, catching back on up to that 84 of Bittner, closing in on 6 laps left to go.
Garland hit the wall coming out of 4. Then he hit the inside wall, but he held it together. Lost some positions, but nobody else was involved. He handled the car or the truck very well there. The number 25 U.S. Army machine for Mike Darland.
And just up in front of him, there's a good battle going on between the 01, got the 58 and the 23, all racing for some, or all racing for a top 20 right now. Right now, 19th being held by the 29 of Dave Mayberry. Jess Vaught, man, he's really tried out here tonight to make up for that penalty that he received during the first round of green flag pit stops. But, man, it's been a rough go of it. He even tried changing up the strategy a little bit to gain a little bit of time back. But, man, he's just trying to make his way up to the top 10 right now. He's got the 10 of Andrew Cawthon riding on that back bumper.
Well, sometimes that's what you got to do. If what you're doing's not working, do the opposite of what the other folks are doing. Sometimes that works. You'll mix it up a little bit with the strategy. As we look at the 69 Dickerson, looks like he's slid into the outside wall. It wasn't very heavy contact, but definitely checked him up a little bit as he's behind Ricky Wittenberg.
Yep, getting down to the nuts and bolts of Pocono. I can't imagine. I bet these guys, some of them are ready to get out of the rig. You know, it's been a pretty long race. Hadn't had too many cautions. Been very competitive. But at some point, it's time to just call it a night. Quit turning left.
Shoot, I know I'm ready.
Are you?
But you're not even turning left.
Yeah, it's been
What's
a long
wrong with
day,
you?
I'm just saying.
What are you doing? You got this real job that's killing you. We need you to come back to, remember when you were unemployed, That was a more fun English, We could hang out with you all times and hours of the day. This job is really bringing you down.
Bringing me to new heights.
I know, I'm kidding. I'm doing it. I'm saying exactly what.
I'm just freaking wore the hell out.
Yeah, no, we're kidding. We love the fact that you love your job.
Sure.
It's just- We understand that you're a little, beaten up a little bit. Brown and I take that into consideration. We're working men too,
Anytime you can take what you enjoy like as a hobby and then be like, yeah, I can actually, I can do this and, learn and make money. Take that
cool, right?
I take that every day of the week.
That's right. You're
Ooh,
blessed.
99
Hashtag blessed.
Yeah, blessed.
99 just announced that he's pitting.
He was right in front and starting to fall back to the 84 and the 27 a little bit. So I think he recognized the situation, the battle for the lead up here, and electing to maybe drop down out of the way. Chachi saying he had some computer issues and it kind of locked him out of driving going into a turn. So he got the meatball for that. That's what's going on here. So we got the 2 laps to go. Pope all over the back bumper of Bittner. Adamson sneaks his way around Robertson. Will Robertson respond to make it an ain't dead yet podium, or will the Platinum Racing member Mike Adamson hang on for a great finish here tonight? The 92 Greg Klein trying to slip his way past turn 2. Oh man, just so difficult on that inside line to keep the momentum up and not kind of push out into the truck that's on your outside here, as he does try to make it down through turn number 3, but a little crossover there as the 8 makes a pretty good exit here as the white flag waves. So no bonus race in action here tonight, just the opening caution other than the midway break here tonight as the 84 and the 27 go nose to tail heading on down the back straightaway in towards turn number 2. Will the 27 obey possible team orders here of saying, hey, let the hometown kid win it, or will he take the glory for himself as they rush down through turn number 2, just a short shoot, and turn number 3 away as the 84 machine still hangs on to that lead. Now down into turn number 3, just a few hundred feet remaining here as the 84 pushes out of the corner. Will the 27 machine get a run? Yes, he does. Breaking to the outside, but it won't be in time. The 84 machine hangs on to pick up the race win. Adamson with a fantastic drive here this evening, picking up the 3rd place on that podium. Jack Dixon just staying out in front of the 55 of Wittenberg, and not quite able to get around that 14 of Dustin Eaton, rounding out your field's top 10 there.
A great finish there. Josh Bittner, his hometown track. We know that he's been wanting to win this for a long time here. And Timothy Pope definitely gave him a run for his money. Tim Pope wasn't laying down, man. He wanted that win as well. And tried that little crossover deal, and 0.05 of a second separated first and second, and of course Mike Adamson a couple of seconds behind there, picking up 3rd. So, but man alive, what a great race for first place!
It was awesome, and Mike Adamson up 28. That's a very awesome part of the whole thing.
That indeed is. We also have a random draw driver that's going to get interviewed here tonight, and that will be tonight's 6th place finisher.
That's Dylan Bryant.
So there you go, Dylan Bryant. Going to get a little extra nod here.
Good job by him. Greg Klein, impressive run here. Very quiet in the 92, but he ended up 5th. So, man, really good race. Only one caution. That's what they like to see. I guess Monday they had a practice race and everybody, it was like mayhem, but I guess they cleaned it up. So, try to get everybody up to where they need to be.
Yep, just gonna let Bittner and Pope celebrate down there. I mean,
burn it down, right?
Man, you could have even had a 10-lap race here at Pocono, and it would have felt like a marathon. It's
a crazy track.
It's just one of those tracks that feels like it goes on forever.
The road goes on forever, like Robert Earl Kane says.
The party never ends.
That's what it sounds like and feels like here. Yeah, that's a true fact. That's a great song, by the way. Probably one of my favorites.
Story song.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. So let's go ahead and get some of these interviews underway, starting with tonight's random draw driver, and a pretty good finish there tonight for himself. The 8 of Dylan Bryant, picking up a solid 6th place finish, just shy of a top 5 here tonight. And Dylan, man, as far as Pocono races go, this was pretty dang solid. We had great racing throughout the entire race. The field got a little spread, but there was pockets of racing everywhere to be had. And you even had a great fight there with Greg Klein to finish the thing off.
Oh yeah, it was a great race. I prefer not to have the lucky draw. I'd rather just get a podium, but I love talking with y'all, and it was a great race. A lot of mistakes was made on my end. I felt like I could have just finished better, but I didn't take tires on the first pit stop, so I was kind of chasing it and hoping for a caution, but of course it never came. So
Well, y'all are going to Richmond next weekend, or next week, I should say. What do you think about that short track? I mean, it's not one of my favorites. That's for damn sure. I never could figure out how to get around there.
um, I like the way it drives. If you can get into a rhythm, it makes it easier to do it. I got a few late model wins and stuff there, so
Okay.
hopefully I can have a top five truck, if not a top 10. Maybe a top three, I hope. But there's quite a few fast guys in here, and I just gotta sharpen up my skills a little bit more.
Well, luck is on your side tonight. Good job getting a top 10 in sixth place there, and you got the lucky draw, so you get to talk to us. But who would you like to give some shout outs to?
Just everybody at VRL, all the admins and stuff, Lori and all of them that does everything, and make us laugh and stuff, and of course y'all at AAA. I love y'all to death. I even watch y'all in other leagues and stuff due to broadcasts and stuff. Even though I'm not
Thanks,
talking,
man.
but I am there. And then a huge shout out to All Star Racing. Jack, myself, of course, Albert, and Larry. Bert, I don't know where he is tonight, but it's a fun team. We laugh a lot and stuff, and we have our ups and downs, and hopefully, I think we got 2 All Stars in the top 10, so it wasn't a too bad of a night. So other than that, I hope y'all have a great night.
Man, that we did, and we hope you have a great one there as well. Tonight's random draw driver and 6th place finisher, 8 of Dylan Mad Max Bryant, man. Good job, and can't wait to see you guys back out here in action again next week there, buddy.
All right, I'll be here. I'll catch y'all later.
I hope he's here, because he's been racing pretty dang good. And talking about racing pretty dang good, let's talk to tonight's 3rd place finisher and up a whopping 28 positions. You might as well add like 1,028 positions with how many trucks. Mr. Mike Adamson, the silent assassin, Mr. Stone Cold himself, moved on up here tonight, man. Congratulations there, Mike, making your way up to that podium. And man, it was fun to watch you drive around out there.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. Congrats to Bittner again on the win. I felt like I won that thing coming from the back. I mean, granted, I only got a 3rd place finish out of it, but hey, I'll take it.
Well, that just goes to show you how a consistent driver will, overcome somebody that can run a fast lap every day of the week. And Mike, you showed how that was done out there tonight, running consistent, good laps and taking care of your truck out there. And a little bit different animal next week. Y'all going to Richmond, which is probably my least favorite short track of all time. We just did talk to a driver that knows how to run it, knows that it's a rhythm track, but I just don't get it. Are you looking forward to it, though?
But on tonight, thanks Greg Dobson for working with me. He was clicking them off my laps and, just telling me to stay calm, stay cool, just keep moving forward. You're doing well. As on to Richmond, you are correct. That is a rhythm track. One of the tracks I do love, short track racing.
Okay.
But it is a rhythm track. You got to finesse it a little bit. It's definitely a fun short track to run. It can be aggravating at sometimes. You get beaten, banged a little bit, but it's short track racing at its best.
Well, this was a fun one tonight, and the most impressive was what I think out there tonight, in my opinion, just so many spots from that far back in the field. You did a great job just to get a podium. Congrats, and who would you like to give some shout outs to?
I'd like to give a shout out to my wife, as always. I love her to death. All my kids, Taylor, Dale, Riley, Lane. Thank all the guys back at the shop. Matter of fact, the sponsor that's on the car is the company I work for, Mavis Tire and Brakes. All the guys at the shop, as always. Greg, as always, helping me, keeping me calm, keeping me cool. You guys in the booth, once again, top notch broadcast, as always. Lori and Jess for putting this on. And sorry I missed last week. I was a little under the weather, but I'm feeling better now. I'm glad to be back in the truck, and we'll look forward to going to Richmond.
Yes, sirree, indeed. As the 88 of Mike Adamson, your hard charger of the day, picks up the third place podium finish here, man. Congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you guys back out here in action again, buddy.
Absolutely. Have a wonderful evening, guys.
We move our way up one more step on that podium. We get to talk to tonight's second place finisher, the 27 of Mr. Timothy Pope, with a great drive there himself. Not a whole lot of movement wise, starting kind of up at the front and pretty much staying up there, but man, that was a great battle that you and Bittner had at the end of the first stage, and then at the end of regulation here. Was dirty air and old tires kind of wrecking havoc on you for maybe a chance to pass Josh for the win?
Yeah, it was. Get behind somebody, get close to somebody. Don't want to turn every push, and I just don't. I didn't want to wreck my teammate doing a stupid move there.
Yeah, that you could tell that dirty air kind of made you kind of wash up a little bit and stuff like that. But that little crossover move there at the end, we thought you might have had Josh there for a second, and 500ths of a second. It's not a great distance, but it was pretty close out there. So congrats on second place, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, he drove the last third big time. I almost got up on him there.
Well, we're going to see you next week at Richmond, so good luck out there. And I'll tell you what, who would you like to give some shout-outs to for getting that podium spot once again?
Everybody on this team that makes 4 in a row for us. Ricky Rittenberg for the paint job. You guys from broadcast and VRL putting these races on.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations on the second place finish here tonight, Tim, and we look forward to seeing you guys back out here in action at Richmond next week there, buddy.
Yes, sir.
And with that, we move on up to the Atomic, the race winner, the amazing Chudzilla himself, the 84 of Josh Bittner, picking up the hometown win here at Pocono. And Josh, of course, the question is, in Formula One, there's team orders going all around. Was there an official team order place yelling at Tim, don't pass Josh?
No, there were no bribes, no team orders. I don't even run the team. That you'd have to direct that question to Mr. Wittenberg. But no, none of us were doing any team orders. Just had a pretty good fast 84 Ford Chudzilla Track Dogs Racing truck tonight.
Yeah, that F-150 was really quick. Tim Pope even tried like a little crossover move there at the end, and we thought, oh man, here it comes. Josh's hometown win is about to get upset, but you held on to it, buddy, and we're happy for you. I know I'm one of the guys that was yelling, oh hell, here comes Josh. He might actually win this thing at his home track, and we're real happy for you, man, and congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun. I mean, if you guys hadn't heard or seen some of the pictures I post on socials, I was at Pocono this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, for the NASCAR races, and it's just a really fun track, and it's crazy. I thought this race was going to be a little more wild, especially after the practice race Monday, but the drivers really toned it back and put on what seemed to be a pretty decent show, especially up front. There were a lot of passes, and we finally got to see a pit strategy race play out, which was great because I feel like we really hadn't had that going on this season, especially with some of the shows where there's a lot of wrecks late. So that was nice to see one of those finally come to fruition at a track like Pocono. It really, I think it brings out the best of the strategy makers out there.
And how cool is it to win at the track you were just at and the track that's your home track? I mean, that's got to be pretty awesome. And Albert Anderson has a shout out to you. He wants to tell you, hey, go ahead and take 15% off all your merch, for the celebration. I don't think you should do that, but that's
No.
what America's Driver's telling you. But good job, man. Who'd you like to give some shout outs to?
Thank you. Well, Albert actually inspired me. Go to trackdogsracing.com, go to the track tee section on there. You can see a shirt that says Slide Job City, population you. That was inspired by Albert Anderson. I just posted that up the other day. It's pretty fun. I'm trying to post some new fun tees, and once I start, hopping in the 4 cylinders and racing that in real life, I'll be probably making a shirt for that down the line. But no, it was a lot of fun tonight. Just shout out to Jess and Lori for putting a good show on. My teammates, Ricky, Kyle, Trevor, Tim, they all made it real fun. We were having fun in the chat, talking to each other. That's what makes it worthwhile every week. You guys putting on another killer broadcast, and Peyton, her dog Juniper, my dog Harley, Chud Nation, all the great folks out there that watch every night. Yeah, just really appreciate you, and of course D&D Race Graphics with another kick butt paint scheme that I'll be rocking hopefully for the rest of the season, and Ricky Wittenberg of Keller Williams, Johnson City, Tennessee office.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations to the hometown hero, the 84, Mr. Josh Bittner, picking up tonight's race win here from Pocono, man. Go ahead, go celebrate it. You got our permission to call out of work tomorrow, and we'll see you guys back out here in action again next week, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I could write one of them doctor notes, and just
fake things.
I'll fax it to him. I got a fax machine. Does he need?
You need to have letterhead like official race director of some stupid like that.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Good job tonight, Brown. Good race.
And that indeed it was. It was a fantastic race and a fantastic finish here from Pocono this evening. Talk about finishes. Let's go ahead and tell everybody where their favorite driver ended up finishing here tonight. Getting us started off is that 84 machine of Mr. Josh Bittner, the 27 of his teammate Timothy Pope coming home in second. So a 1-2 finish here for the Ain't Dead Yet team, having a fantastic run this evening. 88 of Mike Adamson having a fantastic run himself, up 28 spots, which might as well be the entire field coming on home here tonight in third. Got the 6 of Trevor Robertson having a solid run as well, finishing inside of that top 5 in fourth, with the 92 of Greg Klein hanging on to that final top 5 position, having a pretty solid night there himself. He didn't Klein anybody either, so I'm very proud of you, Greg, for doing that here tonight. Talked with Dylan Bryant there, Mr. Mad Max, in the 8 machine for a great 6th place finish, your random draw driver here today. The 18 Andrew Player had himself some tough battles out there, but finds himself home in 7th. You got the 3 of Austin Paul, another kind of quiet night for Austin, but definitely put in the work, up 13 spots for the 3 machine, finishing in 8th. 9th will be the 14 of the orangutan, Mr. Dustin Eaton, getting that machine home with that top 10, with the 07 of Jack the Ripper Dixon, Canada's own, finishing this one out inside that top 10.
Yeah, the double nickel machine of Ricky Wittenberg will finish in 11th place, right where he started. Larry Dickerson up 10. He'll finish in 12th. Andrew Coffin in the 10 machine will finish in 13th place. Pretty much up 13. Wow. A couple of these guys made a lot of headway out here tonight. Not the case for Jess Fought tonight in the 33. He'll slip a few spots to 14th. 15th will be John Gallagher, another guy that climbed up the ladder here. So did Chandler Paul in the 72. He'll finish in 16th place. 17th will be Robert Chipman in the 58 machine. 82 of Mike Everidge will crawl up a couple spots here to 18th. Sean McDonald, not the race he wanted out there tonight in the 23 truck. Started outside row number 2. He'll finish in 19th place. And rounding out your top 20, the Pizza Man, Brayton Laster in the 013.
21st, we'll have Dave Mayberry, the nickname, and that's Chevrolet. Number 29. 22nd, the 01 of Kelly Keel. 23rd, the newcomer, Mike Darland. He had a decent race, just got hung up on something at the end. That was nice to see him running clean out there. 24 will be Greg Dobson, another Canadian friend of ours. In the 085, we got to talk to him. He's up 5. 25th spot, the number 1, David Fight. 26, Dion Jones in the 4. 27, 16 of Kyle Vaught. Number 28, number 98, Mike Taylor. 29th, George Rincon. A little rough night for the number 28 machine, but we'll see what he has next week. Same with the number 99, America's driver, Albert Anderson, ended up 30th. Jonathan Osborne in the 81 had another night kind of like we don't want to see him have. Hopefully next week we can get it together. Ended up 31st. And thank you, Lori Vaught, for the race control and all the stuff you do for this league. Jonah Long did not grid a truck, so start and park for him.
I think having some technical issues there for him, so hopefully he gets that fixed and we can see him back out on the racetrack next week as well. We thank you all for tuning in and watching, as always, because you guys are the reason why we do this and have such a good time of doing is hanging out with all you race fans out there. If you haven't done so already, we ask, though, that you please hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you get alerted every single time that we go live. And, of course, if you like any of the action, be sure to hit that thumbs up button as well, because this Turn 2 business at Pocono needs to end, and we need to end it soon. Also, I'd like to thank tonight's fantastic race sponsors like Blue Fox Properties and Dave Mayberry. Give them a call at 520-850-4189 if you're looking to buy or sell your house in the Tucson, Arizona area where he's located, or anywhere across the country. Get in contact with Dave and let his 18 years, that's right, 18, that's a whole lot of years. That's more years than I think some of these guys in this league have been alive, so he's been at it for a long time. He knows the ins and outs of this realty business. He can help you get into that home of your dreams, because this housing market just gets crazier and crazier. So get yourself a good quality realtor today. And of course, big thank you as well to GC Cruise Travel and Mr. Greg Klein. Give him a call at 918-906-5616 or shoot him an email or get in contact with him over there on the Facebooks to go ahead and get onto that vacation of your dreams. Specializes in cruises, but he knows all the wheels and deals and all that kind of stuff for whatever type of vacation that you might be looking for. And big thank you to GC Cruise Travel, official travel provider for the AAA Broadcasting and VRL. So with that closes down our action here tonight. No race on Friday, but don't you worry, we're back at it again on Saturday. We got ourselves a charity race for the hashtag Haley Strong coming up on Saturday. That's going to be a fantastic event. We'll have kind of one of those GoFundMe links on up there if you want to donate. It's going to be for a little girl who sadly, I guess, just recently got diagnosed with a brain tumor. Yeah, so we're doing everything that we possibly can to help that family on out, because of course, once when you're a part of the AAA family, man, that you never leave. You're with us forever, and we take care of our own. So we look forward to seeing each and every single one of you out here in action for that one on Saturday. But until then, I'm Alan Brown for Alan English and Adam Turner. We're signing off.
We on.
See ya.